I would give him a back massage, and then he would just be like, okay, you can get out now. I would cook for him and his kids, and then he threatened to send me off to a homeless shelter because I had chest pains, and it was an inconvenience to him because he had just took a pill that was going to make him sleep, and he was having a little bitch fit that his girlfriend was in severe pain, rocking back and forth, crying because her chest was freaking hurting, you dumbass Negro. But I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. So you can imagine being in that relationship with Psycho Scorpio that turns out after reevaluating everything and what other people would tell me when I would describe the relationship, it was an abusive relationship. And so Stanky Sag showed interest in my writing. That was how we met. I was sitting down outside and he was like, are you writing? Like, he asked me a question about what I was, writing. I had my notebook and my pen because I like to write poetry. I'm a writer. And then, I let him read some of my poetry. Like, he was showing genuine interest in the things that I was interested in, which is something that I was not used to with my ex. He just didn't give a damn. He never really asked about my art and my writing and stuff like that. But with Stanky Sag, he wanted to see my art. And I just was so excited that I was, here I was communicating with a black man who is of God. He reads scripture and he actually is interested in my art. That's all I really wanted, was a man that was interested in seeing my art and supporting me. And I felt like Psycho Scorpio did not really support me. He did not care about the things that I cared about. He was very, very, very self-centered. Like, everything was all about him. He didn't know how to make things about anybody else, right? He was too immature and so insecure, so insecure. And so with dude, it was good. We talked about God, but I should have recognized the red flag though with Stanky Sag was that, he wanted to get on the subject of sex and everything. And I made a mistake of talking about some things sexually, about myself. And then, he thought that we was going to have sex like this first day that we met, I regret mentioning that. But at the end of the day, if you're a real gentleman, you're not going to go there on the first day, We would talk on the phone. We exchanged numbers. We would talk on the phone. But I did realize that the nigga talked too much. Like Sagittarius often do. They just are not conscientious when it comes to communication. So it went downhill when I moved out and got my own apartment with my roommate. And, dude came over here. I invited him over. And first of all, I was paying for his Uber rides. I was stupid. I know. I was paying for his Uber rides because his ass didn't have a car because his car was getting fixed. Which turns out, midway through the relationship, he didn't have a license. 35, y'all. 35 years old. No license. Huh? You don't have a what? Why not? Oh, I'll tell you why. Because you're an idiot. He would give this excuse, and he was like,
well, all these other people around me, they don't have a license. They be driving without a license.
And I'm like, what the hell that got to do with you? You a grown-ass man. And once again, he's living this illegal-ass life, just like my other ex. And I'm like, is this a Memphis thing? Just like the other ex, driving around on a suspended license, getting his car repossessed. Next thing you know, this dude, his car is getting fixed for forever. And he just mooching pretty much. It went downhill when I brought him over here. And, it was just the way that he went about things. And then he did something that really rubbed me the wrong way. And it made my roommate feel really uncomfortable. And it was when this dry-lipped ass, big-headed, bum-ass Negro had a nerve to get an attitude with my roommate because she didn't want to take him somewhere in her car. And he had attitude. He got a whole attitude with her just because she was hesitant to take him somewhere. And I was like really pissed at myself for putting her in that position, you know? And we definitely, me and my roommate, we talked it out after everything, and we definitely like saw eye to eye afterwards. And I apologized for putting her in that uncomfortable situation, but he was just such an asshole, such a moron, you know? And, you know, he just was a user. He turned out to be a user. And I decided that if he cannot take himself over here, he's not coming over here. If he cannot be responsible for his own transportation, he's not coming over here. Mind you, he's only been able to come over here 3 times. He's only been over here 3 times, and that was it. Then he got up on my phone one day, crying about how, not literally crying, obviously, but crying, like complaining in that whiny ass voice that he always would talk in, that just every time I think about it, I want to choke him. I'm talking about how he was shooting dice with his friends, and they got into a fight, and he was choking the dude out because the dude tried to steal his weed and all of this. And then he was like, yo, the people, the friends that were on their way to you, Sydney. Mind you, he didn't tell me that he was even on his way to me. He told me that, yeah, we was on my way to you, and those friends robbed me. And I'm like, huh? What you talking about? Who was on their way to me and robbed you? Who was on their way to me and put you in danger, and your dumb ass ain't concerned about the fact that they gonna put your girlfriend in danger? Who? Okay, nigga. Okay. I ain't mad. I ain't about to punch your lights out or nothing. Nah. But no, I really wasn't gonna punch his lights out. I just was disappointed, because I'm like, you're 35 years old. Why are you shooting dice? Why are you doing all of this with these people that obviously you can't trust? And then I was upset, and he tried to be condescending and manipulative and tried to convince me that shooting dice and doing all these things was not wrong. And he was trying to make me feel like the fool for knowing that it was wrong. It's not okay. Dude was trying to get into like selling dope. He used to sell dope, and then he was on the phone talking about, I think I'm gonna have to start selling dope again. Well, as soon as you do that, you're gonna be exit stage left out of my motherfucking life. Okay? I don't do that. Like, I know there's a lot of hood people, hood girls, hood couples that they sell drugs together, and they be pistol whipping, and they be doing all this stuff in the hood. I don't give a damn. Okay? I don't give a damn. That's not me. I grew up in the suburbs. Okay? I'm a nerd who grew up in the suburbs. I'm not about that life. And I'm proud. I'm proud that I'm not about that life, okay? I don't look down on people who do that, but that's just not the life for me. And you shouldn't be proud of selling drugs and doing things that could end you, that could land you in jail, especially when you have a child. He had a daughter, a little girl. You need to be more responsible than this, because he could have been killed. He was on the phone talking about how there was blood on his tissues and just whining. You don't understand. I'm like, you don't have to be doing this. And then he just like, you don't understand. It's a war on righteous people. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? You think it's righteous to shoot dice? You sound like an idiot. I was the idiot for keeping him around and thinking that, after seeing his bum ass ways, that he would be anything other than a bum. So that's the most off-putting experience with the Memphis dude. And I say he was more of like a Memphis dude because he was more like in the streets or whatever. But like both of those boyfriends were like 2 completely different people. Like Psycho Scorpio was more, he wasn't a nerd, because I feel like nerdy black men in Memphis is hard to come by. Like, I've always been into nerds. That's my type. A nerdy black man with glasses who reads his books and gets his education. That's sexy to me. I never really was into thugs and gangsters, but I thought, hey, I'm in a new city. Let's date a new type. So I dated the gangster type. Dude had like gold teeth and the rhinestones in his teeth and the chains, and he had that gangster look, right? And I just wanted to try something new. It was exciting at first. It really was exciting. I was like, I'm with a hood dude. I'm with a gangster. He carry a gun. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna carry that gun all the way to prison. So yeah, after that, I had an encounter with three more people. One dude was South Asian. That was a very different experience, and he was a manifestation from me being tired of being around dudes with a poverty mindset. Mind you, I was not praying for him to be a certain race or manifesting him to be a certain race. I just didn't want him to have a poverty mindset. And the universe sent a guy that was Asian, okay? And then there was the last guy that had too many similarities to Stanky Sag. And that was that he had a history of shooting dice. And I'm just like, yeah, so this is what it's like to date guys in Memphis. He said that he had a friend that came over to his place and started pulling out guns, not to shoot, but just to lay down on the table while his little girl, his baby girl, is in the house. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, you're just another one of them. And so yeah, I'm definitely gonna make a story time about the Asian dude that turned out to be a creep. I'm gonna make a story time on that. And so yeah, there's just this repetitive theme I've noticed with dudes in Memphis, which is, yeah, I'm not really for that crime stuff, but apparently they are. So yeah, that's what it's been like. Moving forward, I'm definitely keeping to myself and reevaluating what kind of man I really want. And he definitely is not a criminal. I really need to get back to the nerds because that's my safe space. It just makes more sense. Nerds should date nerds, right? So yeah, after these experiences, it makes me kind of want to leave Memphis, to be honest, because it's not that hard to come across somebody that's in some BS here, and then next thing you know, you're unsafe. So yeah, if you stay in Memphis, the best thing to do, especially if you live alone, is to keep to yourself. Like, make friends, but don't get too comfortable with people. You know, don't let people get too comfortable with you. And don't invite just anybody over to your place. Because after breaking up with Stanky Sag, I feared for my safety. You know, I had to pray to God and was like, please don't let this man come to my place and try to rob me, or bring his friends over and then they try to rob me. And I was nervous because he was into that life. He would make jokes about robbing people. And that's no joke. It's really not funny. And so I thought, okay, he might be mad at me and try to seek revenge because I blocked him and didn't break up with him. I just blocked him. He might come over here and try, so I prayed, and he has not been over here since. And then I also had to come to the conclusion that, girl, that man ain't got no damn car. That man ain't got no damn license. That man, he can't even get his ass over here just to chill with me, let alone bring his whole boy. Girl, please. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what it's been like dating in Memphis. Moving forward, I don't know if I still want to date in Memphis, and that's where I'm at with that. So, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Love you all. Love life. Yeah.